Good morning, my Facebook friends. How are you today? It is Monday, the beginning of a new week, and we are here to talk about something that most people don't like to discuss, but it's gut and butt and how well that's functioning for you and me. I know that in the past, I've had several different indications saying that my gut was not in very good shape. And so I had to figure out a way to help it get healthier and remain healthy above the line, so to speak. And so I have found several things, but we're going to talk about a couple of them today, three, that has helped me keep my intestinal tract and my bowels, everything moving in a way that will keep my body healthy. And so that's where we're going to start today. Did you realize that 74% of Americans have digestive problems? Whether it be gas, bloating, abdominal pain, diarrhea, all those things are associated with, hey Iris, with digestive problems. And 74% of Americans have that. And so what do you think could cause that? Of course, it's what we put in our mouths. So the standard American diet is really wreaking havoc on our guts and how we digest foods. And so because of that, and we need to help support our digestive tract and everything else that goes along with your digestion, to be able to break down some of the stuff that we have decided to put into our mouths. Now, the best thing to do would be to change your diet, but I know how hard that is. I have been doing, since May, I've been doing the keto diet, which is taking out all the carbs, which means no chips, no breads, no this, no that. It's very hard. I totally understand it. But I can tell you, my intestinal tract has really been a lot better since, but I still support it every way I can. So what we're going to talk about today is gut and butt, and the three products that I find that are very, very supportive to making everything move along. My name is Julie Barnett. I am a mother of five, all grown up now and raising kids of their own, and I have 9 grandchildren, and I am here to talk about all the oily goodness. And so that's where I'm at. Today, my favorite thing, and remember, these are my favorites. And so last week I did 5 of my favorite oils and supplements. Hi, Melissa. How are you? And today we're going to be talking about Comfort Tone. I absolutely cannot live without Comfort Tone. And what is Comfort Tone? I'm just going to kind of read it from the book because it keeps me compliant and I won't get any trouble from the FDA. So Comfort Tone is an effective combination of herbs and essential oils. Remember we talked about essential oils helping any herbs or any other thing get deep into the cells so that they can get the nourishment they need. So everything supplemental from Young Living has essential oils in them. It supports the health of the digestive system by eliminating the residues in the colon and enhancing the natural ability to function optimally. Because it supports normal peristalsis, which means, you know, the wave-like thing that your intestines do to help move the food along. It really helps to support that better. I'll just say that. So Comfort Tone is ideal for strengthening the system that delivers nutrients to the whole rest of the body. And it is an herbal formula combined with powerful essential oils. And I can't say the 3 things that they're really, really good for. You'll have to go out there and do some research to help soothe the discomforts of the digestive tract and the elimination process. Now, I had said it at the beginning, that 74% of Americans are dealing with some kind of gut and butt issues, meaning they can't poo like we would like to. Many people, I forget the number. I have another class that I do and I can't remember the exact number, so I don't want to quote it, but it's a very high number, right up there with the 74% of people who cannot eliminate their foods without real difficulty. What a pain in the butt, right? And we don't want to do that because, you know, when you struggle to poo, that's when the strain and the pressure on the colon and the rectal area causes diverticulitis. And what is that? Those are those little holes that dig into the side walls of your rectum and cause havoc. I'll just say that. You can do your own history on that, but a lot of Americans have that now too. So what do we do to help support and clean that all out? You gotta take something if you're gonna continue to eat the standard diet. So Comfort Tone is my absolute go-to for that. A couple of these a day. Hi Melissa, good morning. And so it helps there's several things in it. I don't want to name every one because there's so many different ingredients in Comfort Tone that helps you to eliminate properly that I can't go through them all, but they help move the waste through the colon in the elimination process. The psyllium husk seed, you guys have heard of that. It's a really soft fiber which helps relieve all that too. Eating Wheaties is not the fiber that I want in my body. It's just not good fiber. So even though they say if you're not eating any fiber at all, I guess you could eat some Wheaties and Raisin Bran, and that will help somewhat. But that's not the kind of fiber I really want because, so much of that stuff is GMO, but we're not talking about that today. So it has fennel seed. It aids in digestion, helps regulate intestinal flora, and increases gastric secretions, which that's what we need to get everything flowing. Burdock root balances intestinal flora, absorbs toxin from the bowels. Garlic aids in digestion. Garlic juice stops the growth I don't know if I can actually say that. So it will help support your own body's function in fighting against, and so it's supportive of getting rid of fungus and bacteria. Barberry bark promoting bile flow and strengthens our immune system. Echinacea root, I think several of you might know about echinacea already. It does a whole lot of things for the body. It lowers the body's transit time, so meaning you eliminate quicker instead of stuff sitting around in there and just fermenting. We don't want that because that's so bad for our bodies. So we need to help. We can go back to not just the diet, but drinking water. Drinking water helps flush things through. And the fact is, a lot of people resort to, what do they resort to? I can't name names, but, different things to help you eliminate better, little chocolate candies or stuff like that. But that stuff's so harsh on your body system. Yes, it works for a day, but if you get into taking that, your body will look to those to really regulate. It just causes more havoc than not. But what they do is they absorb all the water in from any of the foods or from the walls of your intestines and stuff. They absorb the water in to help you flush. But if you're drinking enough water to flush it through, you don't need that. And so that's a tidbit. Just drink more water. Americans do not drink enough water. And when you talk coffee, tea, pop, all that stuff, that is not water. Water's water. And in fact, when I say water, I don't even mean the tap water. Tap water's got so much chlorine and crap in it that, it's liable to, it's just not great. So if you can get some kind of reverse osmosis water or some better waters, but even that water has been, all the minerals and everything's been taken out of it. So what you need is, I forget what the name of the thing that I put in it, but it's cell food. And so it's minerals. You have to put the minerals back in the water because the minerals are what's really good for you. Back in the day, we'd go and get a cup of water out of a stream, way back when, and all the natural minerals and everything was already in it. And so we would drink that and that would work synergistically with our body. Well, today, everything's been strained from the water that's any good, hundreds of times already. So find yourself a good water to help replenish your body's fluids. Bentonite clay helps intestinal cleaning and absorb toxins. Ginger root, some of these things you guys already know. Licorice root, ginger root, garlic, fennel, all those things are really supportive and kind to your gut. Cayenne pepper helps to stimulate the gut. And so this is what I take every day, a couple of these every single day, so that I can not have a lot of what, most of America has. So if you have gas, bloating, stomach hurting, every time you eat something, you have backup. All that stuff has to do with your gut and your gut flora and your intestines and the way you are reacting to food. I looked up a couple things here that says about bowel movements. Our one daughter, I'm not even going to, had such issues when she was younger, not being able to poop. And so we'd take her in and her stomach would just blow up. And so, thank you, Julie. Yep. And that's in Comfort Tone. It's in most of the things that are good for digestion. But we took her in and they said, well, if you poop once a week, then that's okay. Some people just poop once a week. Well, you know what? I couldn't believe it. But either way, I watch dogs. This is off subject a little bit. I have watched dogs for 10 years. Dogs and our bodies are similar in the way that we eat and digest food. Dogs eat. And 20 minutes later, I know I better be around to open the door and let them out. And they're going to go circle around and find a place to poop. They just poop naturally within an hour of eating. And so, if we're eating food and we're pushing it down, it's going down. Now, it probably takes a little longer for us. It takes a couple hours to digest some foods. And so, but naturally, you have to push what else is in there out. So to say that you only have to poop once a week or even 3 times a week, I've heard 3 times a week. And it's like, that is craziness to me. It's so abnormal. And so it says that most doctors agree that you should be pooping 3 times a day. I'm just saying, if you're not, then you have some stuff going on in your gut that you need to support. Let me see. So really, every one of these could have a video of their own. But to help my stomach, help my intestinal tract, help my rectal area, all that, I have to take Comfort Tone. I love taking Comfort Tone to get the soothing properties that help my body do what it's supposed to do. Okay, the other 2 things, and I can't talk about them for a long time because it's already too long, is Essential Zymes 4, and there's regular Essential Zyme. These are tablets. I had this looked up so I could be compliant. I hope I can find it. Let's see. No, that's for Life 5. But Essential Zyme 4 is enzymes. If you don't have, and none of us do, once you get over 40, our body only has about half of the enzymes that it did when we were 20 or even younger. And so that's why when you hit 40, you start having gut problems, and most people do. And they don't realize it, but you're just not producing the enzymes. They're not there to help you break down the food, so the foods just sit in your gut kind of putrefying. Well, if you want to help your body, support your body in the processes that are normal, then you want to take some extra enzymes to help break down those foods so that you can absorb them into your system and get the nutrients from them. And so that's enzymes. So I'm a Young Living person, so I'm talking Young Living stuff. But if you cannot possibly get Young Living products, because they're the best because they have essential oils all embedded in them. The essential oils, as I've said, they are the best. They really are. Because they take the things that your body needs and gets them deep into the cells, gets them deep into the walls of the intestine, gets them working on the system so that you can, I hate this one little piece of hair keeps sticking out. So that your body can function the way it's supposed to. And as long as you're eating an American Standard Diet, there is no way in this world that it can function properly. So I'm just telling you, if you have any of those issues that I've talked about, bloating, gas, all those things, then you have some gut problems. Okay, so Essential Zymes, those are a must-have. And they have several of the different oils too, fennel, stuff to help calm and soothe and support your digestion. The last thing, and I take these every single day. Now, the other ones I kind of forget. No, Comfort Tone I take every day. I love Comfort Tone. Essential Zymes, I try to take I try to take a couple times a day before meals. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to lie and say I do all the time just because I forget. And I don't have the same issue that I did when I first started this because I'm not eating the same. You know, I told you I cut out so much junk food that my body seems to, your body's amazing. It can really support itself and regain balance. But because mine was very sick a while back because I was eating so much crap that I really helped support it, and I love these things for it. Anyway, Life 9. I'm going above because all I can see is you guys is being on here, so I'm sorry. Life 9 is our probiotic. And if you know something about the gut, 80% of our immune system, there it is again, keep popping out. 80% of our immune system is in our gut. And so if our gut is not healthy and functioning the way that it should, I'm telling you, you're not feeling well. And if something comes around, it's in the office or out on the street, or the kids come home with snotting, I'm telling you, you're going to get it. Because your body's just not able or equipped to fight stuff when 80% of your gut, 80% of your immune system is your gut, and your gut's whack. So Life 9 is a probiotic. So if you don't have enough of the good bacteria, and you have to have bad bacteria too, but most of us, if you're eating that standard American diet, are way overloaded with bad bacteria. And so the only way to balance that out is to get some good bacteria in there to do its job. And so that's what Life 9 is. Now, the book that I have, which I absolutely love this book, I'll show you in a minute because it's big and it's clunky and it's heavy, and if I move it, it's going to fall over. But it's one of the best books. You should have this book, and I'm telling you, if you are looking to get healthy, at least Young Living's lifestyle, then this book is so much information and walks you through why you need different things and what your body needs. Anyway, it only has Life 5 in here. This is Life 9. This is an older product, but it's high potency probiotic, builds and restores intestinal health. Probiotics are important because of the positive effect on your bowels. If you're having any problem pooping, you need to support that. Many do not realize that the bowels are the source of health and the vitality where nutrients are absorbed. So once your food gets broken down with the help of essential enzymes, then it goes down, and that is where it draws off all the nutrients and pulls it into your system and goes to where the nutrients are needed. But if that isn't working good, and it's fighting you all the way, then you're not absorbing, and you wonder why you're sluggish all day or you're tired all day and you just don't feel like you've slept at all. It's because you're not getting the nutrient from your foods that you should be. Okay, so then that's where the nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream. They are also common center for your immune system and eliminates the waste products. Well, we know that. If they are not working optimally, good health, optimal health is impossible. It's impossible if these things aren't working. The body is vulnerable to a myriad of conditions. I ain't even getting off there because but just know this. Let's see, morning potty talk. I know. I'm sorry. But you know what? Because 74% of Americans have gut and butt problems, it's something that needs to be addressed. You know, they run to the doctors. The doctors tell them all sorts of things. Eat your Wheaties, eat your Raisin Bran, eat this and that. But you know what? Your stuff needs support. And maybe that's okay to do, but you just don't, Linzest is like the newest things not that there's not a place for all that, but if you can just change your diet ever so much and use, a few little products that are very conducive to helping and soothing and moving things along, why not do that instead of these really powerful, I can't say that. And so let's see, we can do many things that can increase the need for probiotic supplementation, such as, I can say this, taking drugs, taking antibiotics, drinking chlorinated water, consuming sugar is a killer, eating a low fiber diet, and stress. All those things add to digestive problems. And you know what? It's an epidemic in America is gut problems. So doing a good probiotic, Life 9 is my choice. I just know that it's a very powerful one. I take 2 a day. I take them at night before I go to bed because a lot of stuff, a lot of action, when your body's resting, that's when it goes into work mode. Your gut and everything starts, they do everything that they're supposed to do at night when you're resting. And so I take it at night. But, if you can't, get to the health food store and find a representative and ask them what the very, very best probiotic is, and then take it because you need that kind of help in your system. Okay, let's see. It says here, I wanted to say that because I am not a scientist and all that, but it says these cultures, this supports intestinal health and a healthy immune system. The cultures per serving bypass the stomach, so it's not getting involved with all the digestive juices, which can break it down before it even gets to the place it's needed. It bypasses the stomach, which improves overall, I can't say the word, efficacy. Yeah, so it works better because it gets down to the area that it's supposed to do the job in. Probiotics have been shown to assist the body in manufacturing B vitamins. Did you know that B vitamins are produced in your gut? Yep. And B vitamins are also the thing that's a prelude to serotonin, which is what? That's the feel-good hormone that actually... Serotonin is produced in your gut too. I'm not getting off on this all though, but if you feel depressed a lot, it's because you're not building your serotonin. Serotonin is that hormone that people have to take extra of to feel better and to get out of bed. And so if you your stomach is in whack, then you're not producing B's, you're not producing serotonin, and your levels are very low, so you're not feeling great. You're not thinking straight. You're not happy most of the time. So it's just another thing that probiotics can help support. It says B vitamins, it helps improve nutrient absorption, supports immune function, and improves digestion, reduces yeast growth. Life 9 may be taken by children and dogs to help maintain an optimal well-being. So that's it. Let's see. I'm trying to say, it says may be helpful to take intensively during and after an illness to help support your immune system and recovery, especially important after taking antibiotics, and anyone suffering from gastrointestinal distress, which I said 74% of Americans. That's right here. I'm reading it right out. Yeah, but you can go, let's see, what website's that from? Oh, I don't know. Healthline.com, health digestion problems. I don't know. But you can read that. You can go Google it if you'd like. So those are my tidbits for the day. I love these things. Comfort Tone, 2 a day. That's what it says on the bottle. Life 9, 2 at night. Help your everything else get moving and the bacteria in your gut to be supported. And then Essential Zyme 4, which is enzymes to help you absorb and do, absorb the nutrients out of your foods better. So this has been long enough, I'm sure. Maybe not the most pleasant thing to talk about first thing in the morning, but it's just something that I know is needed. So those are 3 of the things that I take all the time. And I have for a couple years, to be honest. So I hope that's been helpful. And if you're not feeling great and you're feeling sluggish, you know your digestion's off. If you get the burps and the farts and all that kind of stuff, I'm telling you, something's out of whack and you need support. And it doesn't have to be something drastic as a doctor. You can just go do what I've said. Support those areas and you'll be doing a lot better. Anyway, I love you all for coming on. I appreciate you watching. And if you have any comments or questions, put them below. And oh, hey there from Texas. Yes, ma'am, you're up early. I'm getting ready to walk out the door. I'm late. My husband had to go get some blood work. He does this every 6 months. And so we decided just to go visit somebody in the hospital this morning and then meet back at the hall. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thank you again. And you have a wonderful day. If you got any questions, backside me, message me on the backside. I'd be happy to talk to you. Okay, thank you. Bye.